Hello and welcome back to Lucky Last. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for your support. If you can please subscribe on my YouTube channel and your preferred platform podcast, it will mean the world to me. Today's episode is for anyone who's ever known deep down what they wanted to do, what they wanted to say, and who they wanted to be, but didn't act on it because they were scared or unsure or confused or waiting for someone else to confirm what they already knew. Yes, we are talking about self-trust. And I will be honest with you, this is not just a theme for the podcast, this is personal. If there is one sentence that I've said way too many times in my life, it's, I knew it, I trust myself. So today, I want to unpack that, the cost of ignoring your inner knowing, the reasons we doubt ourselves, and the moment everything changed for me. Okay, let's go deep into it. Trusting yourself sounds so simple on paper, but in practice, it's probably one of the hardest things to do. So many of us, especially women, have spent years learning how to be good, how to be agreeable, how to be liked, how to be quiet, how to follow the plan. We've become experts at doubting our instinct because we were taught that someone else always knows better. A boss, a parent, a partner, a system. And what happens? You start asking for permission instead of making decisions. You Google for house before making a simple move. You stay quiet in rooms where you should be speaking up. You delay projects, plans, dreams, not because you're not ready, but because you don't trust yourself to lead. And the cost is massive. Opportunities missed, creativity gone, and worst of all, you stop recognizing your own voice when it finally does speak up. So how can we improve that? And how does this happen? Let's break it down. First, society, as I said before, has trained us to doubt ourselves. From childhood, we're told to be polite, don't be bossy, wait your turn. Women especially are specialized to defer, to ask nicely, to ask quietly, to not be too much, to not be noisy. Then you've got past experiences. Maybe you made a decision once that didn't go well, and now you carry that mistake like a warning label. First of all, the only way to learn and grow is to make a mistake. So yes, you start collecting every moment of doubt and filling it under a folder called Evidence I Can Be Trusted. But the truth is that by making mistakes, you will improve and you will know what you need to not do. Let's have a note start on comparison. Social media has made it easy to believe that everyone else has some secret formula, some perfect roadmap, perfect highlights, while us, we are just struggling and can barely make it. So instead of moving, don't hesitate. You wait for the perfect moment, but the truth is, the perfect moment will never come. Never. But here is the thing, you don't need more information, you don't need another opinion, you don't need even clarity. Clarity will come, but you need to make these steps. What you really need is permission to trust yourself again, to honor that feeling that rises up before logic shuts it down. No, it will not be all nice and easy. Yes, it might not make sense for others, but if it does make sense for you, and if you believe in it, you need to make the first step. Let me tell you about the moment I stopped outsourcing my own voice. A while ago, I had the chance to say yes to something quite different and big for me. It wasn't the perfect timing. It wasn't part of the plan. It didn't make any sense on paper. I knew in my gut that it was the right move. I knew it. But I could not believe it. So I had to ask everyone around me. Some said, most of them said, too risky, you're not ready, just give up. Some said, look at me, and thought that it was again one of my, crazy ideas and it's not going to last. And for a second, I almost listened. But then I asked myself, what if I already know? What if I always know? And for the first time in a long time, I didn't Google, I didn't poll the group chat, I just trusted myself. And against all feedbacks, I said yes and I decided to do it. And this yes changed everything, not so much for the results of this action, but because it reminded me who the hell I am. That I can lead, that I can choose, that I don't need anyone else to validate my own path. And here is the best part. The moment you trust yourself once, you start building that muscle. It gets louder, stronger, you get braver. And the more you honor it, the more magnetic your life becomes. So if you are listening to this right now and there is something pulling at you, an idea, a decision, a shift, don't ignore it. Self-trust is not about being perfect. It's about being honest with yourself. It's about learning to hear that voice underneath this noise and giving it space to lead, because you can lead. You are allowed to trust your gut. You are allowed to change your mind. And you are allowed to make moves that don't make sense to anyone else. Fuck everyone else. As long as these choices make sense to you, you win. And maybe, just maybe, today is the day you stop waiting for someone to say, go. And you say it to yourself. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. It was a short solo episode. The idea was just to remind you that you need to trust yourself and you need to stop letting people in your head. You know yourself better than anyone else. You just need to accept it and embrace it. If this episode hit home, share it with a friend who needs a reminder too. Because when one woman starts trusting herself, it gives the rest of us permission to do the same. Thank you again. If you didn't do it already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account as well, and I'm on all podcast platforms. Thanks for your time.